Hi everyone, welcome back to GK Today. So today we'll be covering most important MCQs for 26th of August 2021. Starting with very first question, which date in August is observed as the International Day of Remembrance of and Tribute to Victims of Terrorism? So as we know that terrorism is the biggest threat to our civilization currently, with thousands of innocent people lose their lives to these acts of terror. That's why to remember and pay tribute to the victims who lose their life or suffer the trauma of terrorism, United Nations observes 21st of August as the International Day of Remembrance and Tribute to Victims of Terrorism. So this day is observed with the aim to provide and promote human rights and fundamental freedoms to these victims. Now let's quickly discuss about some of the important days and themes. 14th of August is observed as Partition Horrors Remembrance Day. Why? To acknowledge the pain undergone by Indians due to the partition of India in 1947. Then same day would also be celebrated as World Pre-Diabetes Day, now onwards starting from the year 2021. Why? Because in India around 9 crore people are living with pre-diabetes and almost 75% of them will go on to develop diabetes later within the next 5 years. So that's why there is a need to create awareness regarding diabetes. Then on 19th of August we celebrate World Humanitarian Day. Why? To honor the sacrifice of all those people who serve humanity no matter what. Can you tell me what was the theme for this year? Please write in the comments if you know. Then on 20th of August we celebrate World Mosquito Day. And 2 more important days are celebrated on 20th of August. Why? Because of the birth anniversary of late former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. Which are these 2 days? First is Akshay Urja Divas and second is Sadbhavna Divas. Akshay Urja Divas is actually celebrated to create awareness about the importance of renewable sources of energy. Fine. Question number 2. Recently, the municipal corporation of which city has been declared as Water Plus City? First of all here, can you tell me which city was India's first Water Plus City? It was India's cleanest city, Indore. And later on, GWMC, that is Greater Visakhapatnam Municipal Corporation, has been declared as Water Plus City now. So this body has received the Water Plus certification from Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs under Swachh Bharat Mission and Swachh Sarvekshan assessment. And not only Visakhapatnam, along with it Tirupati Municipal Corporation and Vijayawada Municipal Corporation has also received this tag. Can you tell me what is Water Plus certification? Actually, it is the next stage of ODF++. That is given for liquid waste management. So now as per the tag, GVMC is treating wastewater to satisfactory level before releasing it to the environment. Fine. Now GVMC was also in news few days back because it has initiated the project of developing 2 major smart cities under Smart City Initiative. Now apart from it, recently Chhattisgarh has announced 4 new districts and 18 new tehsils in the state. So earlier there used to be 28 districts, but after the announcement it has increased to 32. Can you tell me the name of 4 new districts? Please write in the comments. Question number 3. Recently which bank has opened an ATM on a houseboat at Dal Lake, Srinagar? So this is SBI. Because recently it has opened the ATM on houseboat at Dal Lake for the convenience of locals as well as tourists. And this floating ATM was inaugurated by SBI chairman Dinesh Khare. Do remember that this is not the first floating ATM of SBI. Earlier, it had launched its first floating ATM in Kerala in the year 2004. Now apart from it, USAID means US Agency for International Development and US International Development Finance Corporation have partnered with Kotak Mahindra Bank. Why? To support MSMEs in India. So this partnership will help MSMEs impacted by the pandemic to easily access loans to rebuild and scale up their business. Now Kotak Mahindra Bank was also in news because recently it has deployed a secure digital repayment platform named as Do It Yourself. Why? For missed loan repayments in a tie-up with Creditas Solutions. Question number 4. Which organization has launched a new initiative called the Small Business Loans Initiative? So recently Facebook India has launched this new initiative, and it was launched in partnership with online lending platform named as Indify. So basically it will extend help to small and medium businesses who advertise on Facebook in order to get quick access to credit with the help of independent lending partners. The important thing is India is the first country where Facebook rolled out this initiative, and this facility is open to businesses that are registered across 200 towns and cities in India. Now apart from it, few days back Facebook has banned the Taliban and all the content that supports it from the platform of Facebook after designating the Taliban as a terrorist organization. And already we have discussed that Facebook has tied up with World Health Organization to provide COVID-19 information to the world's most vulnerable people. Also, Facebook has partnered with UNICEF to launch a one-year joint initiative so as to end the violence against children. Now, as we know that Twitter had appointed Chief Compliance Officer few days back to comply with new IT rules of India. Can you tell me who was that person? Please write in the comments if you remember. Question number 5. Which date in August is observed as World Senior Citizen Day? So this day is observed on 21st of August, and it is a type of effort by the young to acknowledge the problems that our elders face due to their age and hence raise awareness about those issues. And this day was first proposed by former US President Ronald Reagan in the year 1988. So basically on 21st of August 1988, he officially commemorated the first National Senior Citizen Day, and after 2 years, the United Nations General Assembly adopted it as a global celebration. Now there is a SAGE project for our elder people which has been launched by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and the aim is to select, support and create one-stop access of elderly care products and services provided by credible startups. You have to tell me what does SAGE stands for. Also there was a campaign named as Poshan Abhiyan, again by Social Justice and Empowerment Ministry. Why? To provide the nutrition support to the elderly people. Now apart from it, World Sanskrit Day is celebrated on 22nd of August, and it is an annual event that focuses around the ancient Indian language of Sanskrit. So this day is basically celebrated with the aim of promoting its revival and maintenance. Question number 6. Which ministry has launched the Ubharte Sitare scheme? So recently this scheme has been launched by Ministry of Finance, and under the scheme an identified company is supported even if it is currently underperforming or may be unable to tap its latent potential to grow. So the program basically diagnoses such challenges and provides support through a mix of structured support that covers equity, debt and technical assistance. So the basic objective of the program is to enhance India's competitiveness in select sectors through finance and extensive hand-holding support. Now apart from it, few days back, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has launched the brand named as Son Chiraiya. Why? For the marketing of self-help group products. Then also Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment has launched an online portal few days back named as Tapas. means training for augmenting productivity and services. Then Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has launched Arogya Dhara 2.0 scheme. Why? To increase the reach of Ayushman Bharat Jan Arogya Yojana and create more awareness about the scheme. Question number 7. In which city the first of its kind 20-story building with a metro train 0-mile Freedom Park station has been inaugurated? So recently a 1.6 kilometers long stretch of 0-mile Freedom Park, Kasturchand Park of Nagpur Metro Rail project was inaugurated in Nagpur. So it will be the first of its kind in the country to be a part of magnificent 20-story building with a metro train on the 4th floor. And out of these, 13 will be used for commercial purpose that will enhance the metro's revenue. Now can you tell me, recently ADB and which organization or state has signed $500 million USD loan agreement in order to expand metro rail networks in Bengaluru? So this is the news which we have just covered in the previous lecture. So please try to answer it. Also, Rajasthan has emerged as the leading state in trading at National Agricultural Market. Also do remember that Rajasthan has its 4th tiger reserve now. It is Ramgarh Vishtari and it is the 52nd tiger reserve of India. And not only this, Rajasthan government has decided to start a tiger corridor by connecting 3 of its tiger reserves. First is Ranthambore, second is Ramgarh Vishtari and third is Mukundra. Now can you tell me, the Valmiki National Park is the only single national park of which state? Please write in the comments. Question number 8. Which organization has launched Urja, which is an artificial intelligence enabled virtual assistant? So this has been launched by BPCL, means Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited. Why? So as to make BPCL's customer interface complete and digitally integrated. So now this chatbot is available on the company's website for any question or any type of query. And this Urja basically speaks in 13 languages like English, Hindi, Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam, Telugu, Marathi, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Punjabi, Urdu and Assamese. So you do not need to remember all these languages, but only thing you have to remember is it can talk in 13 languages. Now apart from it, Intel India in collaboration with Society for Innovation and Entrepreneurship IIT Bombay has launched Plug-in Alliance. Why? To focus on accelerating Industry 4.0 transformation in India. So this alliance brings together members representing large enterprises, then small and medium enterprises, technology solution providers, etc. And this alliance will aim to advance and scale emerging technology solutions to help accelerate digital transformation. Fine. Also do remember that Bharat Electronics Limited has been nominated recently to exercise the promotion of enhancement of digital appeal at National War Memorial, and the construction cost towards establishing this National War Memorial is 176.65 crore rupees. Question number 9. Which company has topped the Huron Global 500 Most Valuable Companies list 2021? So this time Apple is the world's most valuable company with 2,443 billion USD according to the Huron Global 500 Most Valuable Companies list 2021. And the world's top 6 valuable companies remained unchanged as Apple, then Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, Facebook and Tencent. And Reliance Industries is ranked at 57, and with this it has become the top Indian company in the list. Total of 12 Indian companies found a place among this list. That includes like Wipro Limited, then Asian Paints, and HCL Technologies. Do remember that ITC Limited has been dropped out from this list this year. Now, few days back we have talked about the Fortune 500 global list of companies that was released by Forbes, and as per this list, Reliance Industries Limited was the highest ranked Indian company in a fiscal year ended on 31st of March 2021, and globally it was on 155th position. And in the same list, Walmart ranked as first in terms of total revenue for their respective financial years, as it had a revenue of 524 billion USD. Now coming to last question, India's Manika Batra and G Sathiyan have won the mixed doubles title at World Table Tennis Tour Contender 2021. Which city is the host for this tournament? So host for this event is Budapest, which is the capital of Hungary. Also do remember that India is scheduled to host the second UNWGIC, means United Nations World Geospatial Information Congress, in the month of October next year at Hyderabad. And the theme decided for the next year would be Towards Geo-Enabling the Global Village. Actually, every 4 years, the United Nations Committee of Experts on Global Geospatial Information Management hosts this event with the goal of improving international collaboration in geospatial information management and capacity among the member states and all the concerned stakeholders. So last year, in the year 2018, China hosted this event. Now apart from it, recently Kenya has hosted the 2021 edition of World Athletics Under 20 Championship, and the Indian mixed 4x400 meter relay team has won a bronze to clinch the country's 5th medal in the history of World Athletics Under 20 Championship in Nairobi. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Meenu Zatsana signing off.